next up is the invincible and legendary Mr. Andy Plesser, and so excited for him to join us. So Andy was the gentleman that was kind enough to ask me to be part of today's broadcast because I wasn't at NAB, and I've talked to Andy before on screen. So now the roles are reversed, and I'm not sure that I can do right by him and do as well as he does, but I'm going to do my best.
It's a tough job, but you've done an amazing job, Ashley.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks so much. It's really been an outstanding show.
Thanks. How's NAB going for you? Has it been productive?
NAB has been extremely productive, and I think for me, covering online video, it's a very exciting time, and I've been speaking to a bunch of people from Bright Cove and Uyala and Adobe and Microsoft, and everything has just changed in the last year or so with the with devices, with iPads, with connected TVs. It's not like the old days where it was just have a nice flash player on your web page and you were good. Everything's changed. Online video is digital video and everything's digital.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So as a content creator, I had a meeting with Bright Cove a couple months ago, and they provided great assurance that the cost of serving, which is a big part of serving IP content, is decreasing dramatically. I would love for sort of your firsthand experience on, operationalizing. Are you seeing that it's easier and more cost effective to serve content over IP?
Well, I think it's not necessarily getting cheaper. In fact, with level 3 out of the game, I think pricing is actually going to be going up.
Okay.
That's the word I have on the floor here, speaking to people at Limelight and some other places. So I think there's a huge demand, and I think that the content delivery networks are in a very strong position. And I think pricing will be an issue, but if you think about pricing as opposed to cable networks and MSOs and those other expenses, I think there's great efficiency, but I don't think it's a commodity, and I think people who think it's a commodity or it's just a freebie, it's not. And the whole idea of peer-to-peer hasn't really worked out. So it'll be expensive, but I think worth the cost.
Yeah.
But definitely a growing economic issue.
So I mean, we're in such early stages of the internet as well as video, obviously, and I'm curious as to what you would, what would some predictions be as to what's going to be the hockey stick? Is it investments by Yahoo and AOL in bringing storytellers like Tom Hanks to digital only production? Is it selling it like television with GRPs? What do you think is going to be the hockey stick here?
I think the big breakthrough that I believe the original video is a very important thing, and it's going to grow. But I believe that there's a realization on Madison Avenue that scale is important and GRPs are important. And I think that Nielsen and ComScore, but particularly the Nielsen initiative, have really created the methodology around GRP about the reach of online video, and for the video buyers, the media buyers at the ad agencies, they get it. So I think they flipped the switch. So I think the pervasiveness of GRP as a metric for video, even though there's so much more to it, as you and I know, it's now buying scale and advertisers are ready. That's big. That
begs a really good question of someone from the agency world, right? So who's going to buy online video? Is it going to be the TV agencies, or is it going to be the digital buyers?
Well, I think the TV agencies are really stepping up to the plate in a huge way. And I interviewed, actually 24/7 Media, which is really more of a digital shop, but on all the digital they're getting 80% of their RFPs have video component. I also know that at big ad agencies and media agencies, all the TV buyers are learning about video buying. They are. It's like all changing.
Well, you're right. It's interesting. The analogy, I think, a year ago was that the print buyers were suggesting that they should own the tablet because tablet was the magazine of modern times, right? And I think that if you look at sort of interesting, the video is Sight, Sound, and Motion, but also because the behaviors around television involve these screens on which people are voraciously consuming video. You could follow that same logic, that if you extend the TV ecosystem, it should accrue to all the devices that are being consumed in the living room.
Yeah.
If you were sort of sitting, as a curator of content, what type of content do you think is, where would you place your bets as far as investing that is going to have the most fertile soil to grow and drive audience online versus linear broadcast. That's better served to grow online.
Yes, valuable archives, valuable entertainment material that's sort of in the can that hasn't really been monetized yet. And I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunities around paid scenarios, around niche content, but primarily entertainment, but very well produced self-help and self-help like yoga lessons and music lessons. And also a lot of great theatrical stuff and entertainment stuff and art stuff that hasn't been surfaced up. Okay. That's going to be a big area. It may not be for advertising, but I think we'll see a lot on the
and ad dollars go where eyeballs
That's
are,
right?
So thank you, Andy.
Well, I wanted to say, I wanted to say thanks to Ashley for helping out, and it's been a fantastic show, and it's great to have you helping out with BTV.
It's been my privilege.
And it's been a good show, and I wanted to say a special thanks to my friend Max Hout, who's the founder and CEO of Livestream, who's been a great supporter of BTV, and he invited us to do the show today. So to the whole staff of Livestream, you guys rock. We love you guys.
Bravo, thanks guys.
And thank you so much.